drug dealers anonymous. Y'all think Uber's the future, our cars been autonomous. Mules move the drums, take them to different spots. We just call the shots by simply moving our thumbs. I'm a course of miracles with this shit. Nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. I always knew I was a prophet, but I couldn't find a decent job. Life made me ambidextrous, counting.
She too messy. The fuck them broke boys with? Get out my section. Get out my section. Pull the muscle. Goddamn, too much flexing. Damn. Caught them in traffic on the accident. We pressing. Got them. Smoking Zaza every second. I be stretching. If you ain't tryna beat them, fuck it. Won't you stretch them? Do that. They wipe his nose for that tissue. God bless them. Wipe it. I dropped the 4 perp. I call that shit Chris Webber. Drink. They wipe his nose for that tissue. God bless them. Wipe it. I dropped the 4 perp. I call that shit Chris Webber. Drink. I'm the huncho, bitch, I'm about my cheddar. Little hoe keep going outside, little bitch do better. She want me to hit it, put my blicky on the dresser. Got it. Feeling free, and just like Elon, park the Tesla. You ain't got no motion, you can't stand up in my session. I said, Carisha, please, cause she too messy. Bitch, fuck my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. You wanted the game, you should've just said it, we would've blessed it. Now shit got messy.
Hey, Norm Tone Bot. We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, Norm Tone Bot, Ratchet TV. Hey, all right, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. All right, so boom. Man. We got to talk Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Look, tonight we got to chop it up about TD Jakes. We got to chop it up about Cora Jakes. We got to chop it up about the Jakes as a whole, as a family, as a unit. We got to chop it up, man. I think they think we forgot. You see, you can't ever distract this platform, and you may think you're getting over, but you're just in my way, and I'm gonna get you out my way eventually. So back we spin the block on the TD Jake situation. We haven't forgotten nothing over here, man. We gonna spin the block. As you see, when I spin the block in the Mo 3 case, the whole Mo 3 sector is dismantled. I don't even believe there is a Mo 3 sector anymore. I mean, as far as that's concerned, but this case, which is the TD Jake situation, comes up in the Mo 3 case because of all the churches. And I've been telling y'all a lot about a little bit and a little bit about a lot. So just stay woke and pay attention, man. We've been uncovering everything about this church. Everything about the Mo 3 case falls in our lap. Then you figure out there was some meeting at a church, allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act. And you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the fair use disclaimer in the description of this video. And everything I say is alleged. Allegedly, y'all. Allegedly. All right, so Yeah, it's been a lot of things coming up in all these cases, and I just see them running so many plays, play after play, day after day. If you look at the TD Jake situation, I also interviewed a young lady by the name of Michelle Loud as well. And since then, Michelle Loud, don't think nothing is a clout chase ever with me. I'm not saying you said that or anything. I'm just saying trust me, I've been watching everything. I just been real busy, and I was in a dangerous game of chess in the Mo3 situation. So, I was on my P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? On my Q's and P's, my P's and Q's. You already know. So, man, yeah, I was, what I'm saying? I was real alert in what was going on in that situation, as well as all these situations. I seen Michelle Lau's house had got broken into. I'm not sure if Ratchet Gang was aware of that, but I caught wind that Michelle Loud's allegedly her house was broken into and they stole her laptop, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they stole her laptop at her crib or something. And a lot of people are saying they believe this has something to do with this may have something to do with TD Jakes and his family. Allegedly, y'all. Allegedly. So like I said, we gonna we gonna talk about this situation, man. I got a couple of actually got a lot. I'm gonna be real. I got a lot. So we're gonna chop it up about this shit. We're gonna fair use is gonna go into effect because I feel like the whole world needs to know about this. And I feel like Michelle Loud is in a dangerous game of chess her damn self because I know how powerful these people are. If you go back and remember, I told y'all the FBI did a partnership with the Potter's house. Allegedly. I mean, it ain't allegedly. I mean, I showed y'all that ain't made up. But yeah, I showed y'all that the Potter's house teamed up with the FBI. TD Jakes, I think what did he get, like a $24 million deal or something from, y'all remember, man. So anyway, he's also been initiated into the game allegedly, and he's doing his. He also, if y'all go back and remember, I'm gonna show y'all something right now. Go back and who remembers when I was covering the TD Jake situation? I in the middle of me exposing everything about him. Remember, he was crying, and he was like, "Y'all don't know the bigger picture. They finna start mass blanks inside of church." I don't want to say it on here, but y'all know that. Remember, and then what happened to Joel Osteen? And he, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, it's right in front of your face. How TD Jakes just gonna say they finna start doing it, and then it just starts. You see what I'm saying? Look, I'm just trying to not say too much. Y'all got to fill in the blanks. I don't try. I can't say too much up here, but I just got to speak in codes so y'all understand what the hell I'm saying. But just do your research. When I was exposing everything about the Potter's house, TD Jakes goes on a rant. He's not even preaching. He's just up on a rant. I was on him so much. He was just ranting. He was crying and ranting. And in the middle of the rant, he's like, "Y'all don't even know what's gonna happen. They finna start mass blanks inside of churches. It's coming, and y'all not even paying attention." And then it just happens. How the fuck did you know? You know what I'm saying? Come on, fam. Nothing is a coincidence. He warned everybody because that's the play for the whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? This shit, they don't want this stuff out there. They got to start doing some other shit. They do not want, you know what I'm saying? I can't talk like I want to. Just I'm just telling y'all, stay woke, man. They running plays. And when I say running plays, you just got to understand they lied to you. Go back to 9 whoop de whoop. They lied. Everything is it's all been lies and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Where are the weapons of whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop? You know what I'm saying? They still ain't found them motherfuckers till today. This very day, it still ain't got no damn. It's all and y'all like, what the fuck does this got to do with the Potter's house, Ratchet? What this got to do with TD Jakes? It's all the same shit. What does it got to do with Mo3? It's all the same shit. It has Dolph, the same shit. It's all exactly the same game, just different players. So when you're talking about the TD Jake situation, it gets really, really dangerous because, like I said, they connected with the feds. They connected with all the money. You know what I'm saying? Who is that he partnered with? Who? I'm gonna have to go look that up. He partnered with somebody else, not just the FBI. Who paid him all that money? TD Jakes got a big deal from somebody. Man, somebody in the chat gonna tell me. Let me let the chat catch up. I can't remember who gave TD that deal. I'm trying to think. Is it was it Wells Fargo? Wells Fargo, okay. Boom. And Red Media. You know what I'm saying? There you go, right there. The play is right there. Stay woke. So, man, that's deep right there. So, like I said, it's all a play. But we gonna get into a few videos about TD Jakes. So y'all ready to chop it up about this shit tonight, man? We haven't talked about TD Jakes in a while over here. And last time I heard, it's been a lot going on in that situation. I heard that, so he's at war, behind the scenes with a few people. You know what I'm saying? I heard some issues going on with him and Geno Jennings, and it's a lot of stuff at stake when it comes to this name. So, like I said, you gotta be real careful. Gotta be very, very, very careful. So, all right, let's get to it, man. Fair use is in effect, man. Y'all already know what it is. Let's get to it. Let's chop it up, man.
I've been covering the Michelle Loud case for a while now, including the interactions between her, Cora Jakes, and, well, in fact, the Jakes family overall. And recently there was an incident at her home, and the belief is, now listen carefully to what we said, the belief is that quite possibly the Jakes family had something to do with it. We recently spoke to Michelle, and she gave us a breakdown of not just what happened, but her feelings about the incident itself. So we're going to do what you call a investigative report on this.
Get the likes up, y'all. Salute to this brother for getting this done. You know what I'm talking about? This shit is, like I said, it's a very touchy situation because y'all know, if y'all been over here before and we've covered the Michelle Loud situation. Matter of fact, I brought Michelle Loud over here and we did an interview with Michelle Loud, and I think we did. I talked to her twice. If I'm not mistaken, I brought Michelle Loud over here twice. If I'm not mistaken, she came up 2 nights in a row. Salute Lisa on that 25 piece on Cash App. I appreciate you, Lisa. Salute. So yeah, I brought Michelle Loud over here, and I think some people were taken back by the interview because some people left that probably thinking I was against her, and I'm not. I'm not against Michelle Loud in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I totally agree with her, and like I said, I hope she does get her son back. But only thing I've ever said, to this day, I've only said the backstory. It just seems like something missing. To me, it always just seems like something is just missing there. It's like it's a dot that just doesn't quite connect for me. And I ain't speaking for everybody, so I'm only speaking for myself. So other than that, I mean, I fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying, like, for me, the backstory, just like, man, something to me, it's like, if you put it like this, I feel like if you were to have a conversation one-on-one without a camera, just you and Michelle Loud, you'd get a story. And if you had a conversation with Cora one-on-one behind the scenes with no cameras, you'd have another story. And somewhere in the middle of that, you'd have the truth. That's all I'm saying. So let's get to it.
First, you're going to hear from her and what actually happened at her home. And then we're going to do some speculation into what could possibly have been either at the behest of the Jakes family or may not have been them at all. But there are just too many things that took place that give us cause. So please take a listen to her description of what it was that she walked in on at her house. And then we'll come back and discuss a few things.
I came home Friday morning. I go to my front door and I try to open it and I see that it's like jammed. It's not opening. So I go to around the side to try to get in from the side. I end up coming back around and nudging the door and I got in. Once I got in, I noticed that the inside panel of my door is cracked.
All right, so she's saying she came home, her door was jammed. She had to try to get in through the side door. She got in her crib, and she noticed that one of the panels on her door is broken. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all think? What y'all think about this, man? Y'all let me know how y'all feeling in the comment section. I'll be reading some comments while I'm watching this, and I'm gonna be chopping it up with y'all about this. But I want to know how y'all feel, man. Y'all think y'all rocking with the story? Y'all questioning it? Tell me how y'all feeling, man. Let's go.
In multiple places, the rubber sealant on the door is tore, peeled, stabbed. Like, it's not how it was before I left my home. I enter into my home, and the first thing I see is when you come in my house, it's like a step. You step down, and you walk into the living room space. There's papers everywhere. It's clothes everywhere. My table is moved. And then I see the steps. On the steps, there's papers everywhere as well. I look up, and my window upstairs is open wide, like lifted all the way to the top. And it's cold. It's wintertime. So I didn't leave my window open. There's no reason for my window to be open.
So she says it's clothes everywhere. Her windows open upstairs. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the chat, man. Y'all tell me in the chat. I don't know. She said she came home. Her door was jammed. She got in the crib. It's stuff everywhere. They done stabbed her inside of her doors. She go upstairs. The window open. Clothes is everywhere. I don't know, thugs. Y'all let me know. Is this some TD Jakes work? You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. They said they looking for something. Somebody said they looking for something. Personally, I noticed that about the door. I would not have went any further. Kay Lawrence said, hold on, I wouldn't even win that crib. So what y'all thinking? They said she threw me off with detailing the door so much. They said, okay. They said some people saying the story is kind of questionable. They said, and then she went in. They said she a woman and she didn't call the cops. Oh shit! The chat Ratchet Gang. To see that's when people start thinking we against people. But it's good questions they asking in the chat. It's like, hold on, you a woman? You go in the crib by yourself. You see all this stuff wrong with your door. You go further and you investigate. I mean, somebody could have still been up in there. So they say they want a poll. Okay, hold on. Let's do a poll real quick before we get back to the story. Hold on. Let's do a poll real quick. They saying they want a poll. Hold on. I got y'all. Let's do a poll real quick. Where the gang get tonight, man? Get the likes up. Get the likes up. We got 1,000 people in the room. Let's get to it. Hold on. Let me do a poll real quick. Let me say, what? Hold on. Let me fix it. What do you think about Michelle story? She is telling the truth, or I smell a lie. Y'all let me know in the chat. Or we're gonna add an option. We're just gonna say, I don't know at this point. All right, let's just do that one. I don't know at this point. Or let's just do it, man. Let's see what y'all thinking, man. Is she capping, or y'all tell me in the chat? Y'all tell me how y'all feeling. Let's go. All right, let's get back to this story.
I come back down the stairs. I go into the room. I think I seen my room before I went to the living room, but
Okay, hold on. Wait. What? Hold on. Wait, what the hell she just said? Hold on.
And in the midst of that, they trashed and destroyed my room like that. It was trash everywhere on the stairs.
Hold on. I went too far. My bad, y'all. My bad.
In multiple places, the rubber sealant around the side.
Too many things.
And I tried to open it, and I see that it's like jammed. It's not opening. So I go to around the side to try to get in from the side. I end up coming back around and nudging the door, and I got in. Once I got in, I noticed that the inside panel of my door is cracked in multiple places. The rubber sealant on the door is tore, peeled, stabbed. Like, it's not how it was before I left my home.
Okay, so right there. Let's stop it right there. She said her door, she got in, the door was jammed at first. I'm gonna be real. You as a lady, you come home and your door jammed, and then you can't get in your front door, but you got a side door. So you dip off to the side, and then you get in, but then you go to the door and you see it's all stabbed, and it wasn't how you left it. I mean, I don't know. At that point, are you calling the cops? Are you running away? You getting back in your car? What y'all going in there? I don't know. By yourself? Let's see.
I enter into my home, and the first thing I see is when you come in my house, it's like a step. You step down and you walk into the living room space. There's papers everywhere. It's clothes everywhere. My table is moved. And then
There's clothes everywhere. The table is moved. So you see all this. Everything is wrong at this point. Everything screams somebody is in my crib. You know what I'm saying? Everything to me at that point screams somebody in my crib. Salute to Mysterious. I appreciate you for getting that Tiny Thug membership. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute. Man, man. So she said she went to the crib, the door jammed, stabbed. Everything is wrong with this door. It's not how she left her crib. She get further in the crib, she see, you know what I'm saying? The front door and the side door tampered with. It's shit everywhere. Her table moved. I don't know. Let's go.
I see the steps. On the steps, it's papers everywhere as well. I look up.
It's papers all over the stairs. And you walked up the stairs? Man, you either she just must be brave. That's it must be one brave lady. Or she maybe she was strapped. I don't know. Maybe she had the blicky on her. I don't know.
And my window upstairs is open wide, like lifted all the way to the top. And it's cold. It's wintertime. So I didn't leave my window open. There's no reason for my window to be open. I come back down the stairs. I go into the room. I think I seen my room before I went to the living room, but I come back to my room. And my room, it looks how I showed on the video.
Hey Dion, this Dion's homegirl though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. This is the video right here, and this is how she's saying she came home and it looked. I guess let's go. Let's check out this video, y'all.
In complete, utter disarray.
They said this. She said this is how she came home and her house looked. She came home and this is how it looked.
That's not something that I did. My house didn't look like that before I left home. My room, for sure.
He said she's been followed before. I believe her. So does she not have cameras in her house, around her house? Nowhere? I mean, at this point, if I've been followed and all this stuff, man, I would be paranoid. I would have cameras all over my shit 24/7. I'd be live all the time with cameras everywhere. My whole house would be surrounded with cameras if I was being followed. But my whole house is surrounded by I got cameras everywhere. I'm chilling. But if I was her, I damn sure would have cameras everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't even got the shit going on like that. And I still got, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I'm protected. So I would just assume cameras will be all over your shit. If somebody following you and you feel like these people really finna, you know what I'm saying, do something serious, okay, if you haven't done that, maybe you want to do that now.
Didn't look like that before I left home. And you can tell by looking at it that they were looking for something specific.
Someone says she's leaving out critical details. Now that's the part that now we kind of on the same page, because that's kind of the same thing I said about the original story. I was like, man, it seems like something. I'm not saying she's a liar, because I never would say this lady's lying, because I do believe her. I truly do believe that this lady is being harassed by these people. I do believe that this lady is in some shit with these people. I do believe she got herself in too deep with I do believe that. I truly do. But I do believe also that there's something in that story that's missing somewhere. I'd be willing to bet everything on it. I would be willing to bet everything on it that something in that story is missing. There's something big missing there.
And in the midst of that, they trashed and destroyed my room like that. It was trash everywhere. It was clothes everywhere. It was shoes everywhere. My dresser, tops, everything. And then I go into my kids' room, and it's the same thing in their room. It looked like a hogwash. And then I called my mom. My mom was the first person I called. She's always the first go-to for me. Called her and I asked her, did you see anything abnormal when you came to get the kids? And she said, yeah, it was papers outside the front door. And she said, I gathered the papers, and she went in the house and she looked and she said, wait a minute, something is not right here.
something isn't right here. I'm still waiting to hear when the police was called. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting on. I'm just still waiting to hear I called the police. She said she was on the phone with her homegirl. I don't know if there, like I said, there's something missing in the story. Maybe she did call the police, and maybe that's the part she missed. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something just, I don't know.
And I said, okay. I said, I believe my house has been broken into, vandalized, and ransacked because my door is kicked in and they left footprints on the door, which I have pictures of.
So they kicked the door in. So you had footprints on your. This is like a Tubi movie. This is like something out of a Tubi movie. So now there's footprints on the door. The door was keyed and stabbed. The door was panels was broke off the door. There's clothes and papers all over the place. There's papers all over the stairs. The window open. There's clothes all over your house. Been ransacked. I don't know.
And I said, I'm gonna call you back, Mom. I have to call the police.
Okay, so now at this point, now she calls the police. Okay, so that's the part of the story I was waiting on. So now she's called the police. So after all that, she called her mom. She's like, Mom, you know what? Something ain't right. I got to call the cops.
Make a report. So I called the police to make the report. They said that they would give me a phone call back. An officer would be calling me back to make the report. I then go across the street to speak with a few of my neighbors. One neighbor in particular told me that she did see 2 black SUVs in the neighborhood in our street.
2 black SUVs. Now, again, we know for a fact that we've already proven that TD Whoop-de-Whoop, he allegedly got security who rolls in black Escalades. So black SUVs that might be TD Whoop-de. It might be TD people. It may be.
One sat at the top of the street, one circled the street, and then slightly stopped in front of my house. After that, she couldn't see anything because of where her camera sits. And that was all she could tell me. And she's working now to get me the images. I have to bring it down to any dates that could have possibly been done to, so that she's able to pull the video from her Ring camera. From that, I said, okay. I contacted the police again. Still the same thing. Well, we're waiting on an officer to contact me. So at that time, it becomes dark. I did not feel safe to be at home by myself.
Okay, so now she says she called the police, and they just never came. And now it's nighttime, and now she doesn't feel safe no more. Let's continue this story. I'm gonna let the story play out. I'm not gonna say nothing to the end. I'm not gonna give my opinion on this to the end. I'm gonna let y'all rock out and let y'all tell me what y'all think in the chat. But a lot of y'all saying y'all call BS. But let's see.
But before I left, I checked to see, what valuable things on the surface that I could see was gone without touching anything in the home. And that's when I discovered my laptop, my iPad, and my safe was gone. And also a manila folder. It was like those orange envelopes, big orange envelopes. And in that envelope, it contained the final order of the adoption of my son, Jason. In the safe, it contained money that I've been saving up to pay my bills.
Okay, so let's listen to that again. Wait.
Adoption of my, it was like those orange envelopes, big orange envelopes. And in that envelope, it contained the final order of the adoption of my son, Jason. In the safe, it contained money that I've been saving up to pay my bills.
So you had a safe that contained money that you were using to pay your bills. I'm gonna be real. I got a bank account. You know what I'm saying? I got several. I, I'm not calling nobody nothing. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make this make sense. So all the money you had was in a safe in your crib. Only people I know that do shit like that is like people that slanging some whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? You out there moving the block. You know what I'm saying? You out there shaking and moving, hustling. Now I don't know what you got going on, but I don't know too many people who keep all their money in the safe in their house. I'm just making logic of the story right now. I don't know too many people who do that, but hey, if you did that, I would ask why. That would just be my next question. Why was all the money in your possession in a safe in your crib? I don't know. And then if it was in a safe in your crib and that's all you had left, shit, that motherfucker would be everywhere with me. Fuck that.
Because it's bill time again. Bills don't stop coming.
So now as bills are coming.
Money that I've been saving up to pay my bills. Because it's bill time again. Bills don't stop coming, and I have to budget because I am a single parent, and it also had my kids' social security.
So Sweet Amore says, "Here it goes, money." So now she's gonna need money. Is this the part where is there a GoFundMe somewhere?
Cards and their birth certificates. And so far, outside of that, that's the only thing that we can see that was taken outside of my son's PlayStation cards, which I don't know if those were taken to try to make it seem like somebody else did it, like it was a random burglary, but my house was the only house that was invaded on my street. When you have burglaries in the neighborhood, it's usually more than one house. I've been living there for 4 years, almost 4 years, and I've never been violated like that. I've never had a problem with a robbery in our neighborhood, period. In the area I stay in a very suburban area. We don't even see police in that area. We don't even have speed bumps in that area. The only time the police is there is if somebody calls them or something is happening. And I don't live in a high crime area. I don't live in, an area where burglary happen, robberies happen like it's a common thing. So that's another thing that stuck out to me. And that's why I feel the way that I feel. I don't know who broke into my home. I do know that my home was broken into, and I suspect that it was the Jakes or people affiliated with them.
So there it goes. She says she believes that the Jakes broke into her home. She has a strong intuition, I guess, that whatever this was, she said the neighbors said it was black SUVs. A lot of people know that they got black SUVs. So she's saying she believes it was the Jakes. What do y'all think? Do y'all believe the story or not? Let me see. Let me end that poll. I'm gonna start a whole nother poll. I'm gonna just give y'all two options at this point. I want to know straight up. Let me see. Let me see. Do you believe Michelle Loud's oh shit Loud's story? Do you believe Michelle Loud's story? Yes or no? I just want to know from here on out. I don't want to. I don't know. I want a yes or a no, straight up answer. Do you believe her story or not? That's what I want to know. I want to know from the whole chat. Everybody in the room, let me know. Do you believe this story or not?
That's how I feel. That's what my gut tells me, and that's what I'm sticking by. I've been followed before by the Jakes, and that is what also leads me to believe that they had a hand in this, and which has heightened my space of feeling not safe. So when people are like, why do you keep saying it was the Jakes, or you believe when you look at what was taken, when you look at the messages being gone, when you look at the description of the trucks being seen, all those three things lead you to the Jakes.
So she's saying everything about this leads her to believe it's the Jakes. It's 50-50 right now. As if do you believe the story or not? It is 50-50 right now. Damn, a lot of people don't believe the story. We got over 150 votes. It's neck and neck, 50-50. Y'all keep voting. Let's go.
What I like to be done is for justice to be served. Not only with the home invasion, but bringing my son home. Because I do feel like the home invasion is due to my public outcry of fighting for my son.
Now, of course, if you've never been a victim of a burglary, you will understand or may not understand exactly her feelings about what took place. The one thing that stood out to us that may lead us to be, Michelle may not say this, so we're not going to say she would.
And salute to Marlon Brown for this video, by the way. Salute to Marlon Brown. But yeah, do y'all believe the story? Let me know in the chat. We're gonna chop it up about it in just a minute.
Think this to make us more of a 99.9% sure that it might be the Jakes involved in this is the presence of what she described in those black SUVs. Now, the fleet that they own, we've been told, is Escalades. Now, there are a couple of other vehicles that match that description in build and look, but for that to be the one vehicle present gives us a little bit of an insight of what could possibly have been their doing. The other thing that gave us pause was an interaction while speaking about it in the public forum. There were way too many. This is how, you know, when you give something to somebody and you put it on social media and all of a sudden Facebook or YouTube gives you what you would say a fact check. Usually when the fact check happens, it's because you've touched on something you ain't supposed to touch on.
That's true. I'm gonna be real now. That's true. They hit me with one of them when I said some shit. And I was like, this was on I think Instagram. They're like fact check. And I was like, wait, fact check? What the hell? But yeah, when you start threading that needle a little bit, when you start getting too close to they don't like that shit on certain, you know what I'm saying? We get on IG and shit, and you can't say too much. You can't get too free with your shit.
Way too true. They're not gonna message you if it's a direct lie. But if it's got some truth to it, you know what they're gonna say? Shh, you can't be saying that. Because it's not true. You see, when she started speaking up about the fact that it could possibly be them, all literal hell broke loose. You can't be talking about them, people like that. All the defenders of the Jakes family came out. Here's the problem. Most people, in an effort to proclaim their innocence, when they're guilty, by the way, always want to harp on the fact that you should not be speaking on something. They're not going to tell you why they're innocent. They're going to tell you why you're wrong about what you're saying. And they're not telling you you're wrong because of the content of what you're saying. They will harp on your character as a reason for not being able to speak your mind.
Who else does that? He's telling the truth right now. Who else does that we see over here all the time? As soon as you touch on something, they never tell you how they're innocent in this situation. They only tell you how you're wrong, and then they try to assassinate your character. Who else does that? And that's a guilty motherfucker. Rain does it all the time. We always watch Rainwater do that in the Mo3 case. It's the same thing with the Jakes, but like I told y'all, those two cases, they're side by side. Those two cases are connected. Trust me and believe me. TD Jakes situation and the Mo3 situation in some way, shape, form, or fashion is connected because it goes into all the churches and the funeral homes. Stay woke.
Or, for that matter, the truth. So as far as these SUVs were involved, not just that, but what they took matters a lot too. Who breaks into a home to steal records of a case that has to do with something so big? You see, the problem is when you're trying to hide, in your effort to hide evidence, you create evidence. I know this firsthand. You see, when you run from your sins, be sure your sins gonna find you out, because you always make one fatal mistake. You assume the other person is so hell-bent on one thing that you forget the other. You see, you want to remove all semblance of evidence. or probably take away from the other person what power they have. So what do? You go after that one thing. The problem is when you go after that one thing, it's telling everybody that you have something to hide. Now, as I said, Michelle's not saying who directly is responsible in any concrete 100% way. So in an effort to make sure that we stay flexible in our decisions and what we've come to, I'm going to take Corey's approach on this one. What do I mean by Corey's approach? You see, Corey's never 100% on anything, right? So I'm going to take a Corey approach on this one. All evidence seems to suggest that the Jakes do indeed have a hand in what took place in Michelle's house. Location, what was taken, and the vehicles that they drove. But we can't be 100% sure. So, in my effort to remain open to the flexibility of it not being them, my answer is that the Jakes are 99.99999% responsible for what took place and behind it. Now, again, not 100%, but we go based on what we see, evidentiary, and of course, the history that might be between the two parties. We'll be on top of this 100%. That one I can give you. This is not my core number. We are going to be on top of this 100%. And whatever news breaks free, inside information, we're going to have it here on Too Strong.
So there you go. The Michelle Loud says her house was broken into, and she says her house was broken into, and she don't know what's going on, man. She think it was the Jakes. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, man. That was how I want to start this off. I want to start with the Michelle Loud story. I'm not sure what's really going on in that. I feel like there's something missing with that story. But a lot of people got a strong feeling about TD Jakes. I want to play this clip real quick before I get started on the next shit.
You can tell how that nigga drink, nigga, he gay, nigga. He kept on saying, now, cat. That's lips, nigga. That nigga them lips. Don't no nigga drink like that. Now, cat. Mother up, nigga. Called him Mr. Potato Head. I'm like, now, while I was backstage waiting on this again, nigga, I was searching the internet, and I seen some, and I said, Diddy. I know he did it. He did it. Take that. Bad boy for life, mother. This nigga's on his way to jail, y'all. And Suge Knight in there waiting on him. As soon as he get in there, nigga Suge be like, you tired of your celly dancing all up in your cell? Come on over to death row. Damn it, niggas. Yeah, him and TD fakes. Oh my, I know that's a fat nigga. That's a fat gay mother. And that's why the back of his neck look like a pack of hot dogs. Fat greasy mother. God don't like that mother. No, God. He's a walking sin. Anything in excess is a sin. He's a fat mother walking sin.
And that's some choice words that Eddie Griffin had for TD. Said that dude's a fat walking sin. Man, hold up, thug. I don't know what's going on, but a lot of people they ain't rocking with TD right now. I want to play that clip. I thought that shit was hilarious. He definitely ain't rocking with TD. So let's play this clip right here. Hold on. Let's get to this next story. Hold on. Let's get to the next story.
News about the TD Jakes family. Shocking news about the TD Jakes family. And y'all gonna get mad at me, and I don't even care. Now, what did I tell y'all? I don't know any black woman that goes to get their nails done and is not very strategic about what goes on their nails. Look at this. Y'all see that triangle right there? Right there. On that good hair thumb. Y'all see that? And it's black and white. It's okay. Y'all don't believe me. Let's go to the next slide. Oh, well, looky. What we have here? Y'all see that down there? What does that look like? That looks real familiar. Oh, Okay. And now this one, because y'all still don't want to believe. What is that's the is that just the one eye symbolism? Look, I've said it again, I've said it before. Y'all know that story about it's I don't know if this is just something that we grew up on or whatever. But y'all know when it was like you asking God to come save you and a boat comes by and you like, no, I know God is gonna save me. Another man comes by in a boat, you say, no, I'm not, I'm good. God is gonna save me. And then the third person come by in the boat and it's like, I'm good. God gonna save me. And then you end up drowning. And then the man goes to heaven and he's like, God, why you didn't save me? And God said, I sent you the boat 3 times and you ignored them because you couldn't hear my voice. Now, this situation is not for people who are like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with my people. I'm in love with idols. I idol worship these people. I pay $600, $700 for conferences just to hear them tell me my prophecy.
And that's what they do. They always need some money for some shit. They need money all the time. Salute Godson on that 20 piece. Salute gang. Let's get the likes. I mean, I thought y'all forgot about me tonight. I was wondering, I was like, damn, I ain't seen the damn super chat fly across that screen. I thought y'all forgot about me tonight. Salute Godson. I appreciate you for that 20 piece McNugget. What y'all think though, man, about Cora and this symbolism? Do y'all believe that the Jakes are a part of some type of ritualistic? Do y'all think the Jakes are evil, man? Let me just ask that question in the room. Do y'all feel that the Jakes are evil? I want to ask the room there. Let me do another poll. Do you feel the Jakes are evil? Straight up, yes or no? Do you feel that the Jakes are evil?
And to hear them give me motivational speeches, but I ain't got no money for rent and no money for gas. Sarah Jakes is gonna replace her father. And I would be surprised allegedly to say that she sacrificed her father's position so that she could get into position. Now, we should not be shocked by this. We should not be shocked by this. He had to give it over to her. He had to. Jakes knew that his legacy was about to fall because he knew what he was doing. And he didn't want to do what he had to do, so he had to pass the torch. And Sarah's like, look, y'all can have my father's career. I am not my father's child. So what we see happening in the Jakes family, okay, because like the sister and her husband and all of this about the kids allegedly and took the child away from the woman, and the woman crying because she states that they use witchcraft on her to get her children.
Remember, Michelle Loud said that they performed the exorcism on her, and they ended up kind of finessing her into getting her kid. They made it look like she was like a wasn't able mentally to keep her kid, and it was a whole bunch of twisted stuff in that story. But she also said, this is what Michelle Loud said out of her mouth. She said that the Jakes forced an exorcism on her. Y'all remember that? She said that on this channel. I mean, she probably said it somewhere else before, but I'm telling you, she said it over here in the interview I did with her. She said that the Jakes forced an exorcism on her.
Got the husband or ex-husband of her in jail for the little kids scenario, what he was doing to little kids. You got his wife over here scooting across and acting a fool. You got him talking about being swallowed up in all his cases. Now you got Sarah out here with the one eye symbolism and the Masonic symbol stuff. Come on now. Y'all have to be seeing this. Like, we are all looking at the same thing. This is not judgment from me. This is just me being discerning and seeing the symbols that God is allowing us to see, to say, stop following these people. Stop following these motivational speakers. Stop idolizing them. God is the only one that you should bow down to, not these people, not these. You ain't paid tithes once in your life because the pastors just want us to pay tithes so we can pay for their cars, but you sit up here paying $700 for a conference that you can't afford just to hear her be a B. Simone. Just to hear her be B. Simone on stage. All they do is teach each other how to do these things. Y'all gotta learn how to see things. But you know what? I ain't about to argue with y'all.
Man. How do y'all feel about that? All the symbolism, right here in our face with it when it comes to the Jakes. It's a whole bunch of symbolism. It's a whole bunch of ritualistic shit going on with them. I'm not sure what it is, but one thing that I do know, I feel that it's loose. I feel that it's loose and alleged. I feel like TD Jakes got a lot of shit going on, and a lot of people should be paying way more attention to what the hell TD Jakes got going on, man. It seems like that family been getting away with a lot of shit. It seems like that family for a long time been getting away with a whole bunch of shit. Let me find my next video. What is this? Let's see. Man. Let's get to this next video. Let's get to the next one. Get the likes up, y'all. Make sure you smash the like button.
Like that's why I was asking, like, why is, because, like, you know, in the world we live in today, they're not just gonna say nothing because he's if he's allegedly gay, they're not just gonna just, you know what I'm saying? That's not like, people don't care about that, like, in today's world. Right. Now, if you got a wife side in a party, now that you're a pastor, now you're a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like behavior. Yeah. So I get that.
You want some unbelievable behavior? This is true.
I mean, if Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money.
It's as though Diddy's legal issues have had a domino effect on everyone in his vicinity. Diddy seems to be dragging around a sack of pessimism. And who's the most recent to experience drama? TD Jakes, the divinely revered guy. Is it really true? Diddy's dark rumors in the music business make some sense, but involving someone like TD Jakes takes it to a whole new level. Let's now discuss the well-known pastor TD Jakes, who has been making waves on the internet since December 24, 2023. Why? There's this user on TikTok who is making outrageous things about him. A month after suing Diddy for a number of really terrible things that happened during their 10-year relationship, R&B singer Cassie Ventura reportedly spilled some tea to the FBI. Cassie is said to have given the FBI further evidence after her dispute with Diddy was resolved, including tapes from Diddy's extravagant parties and even Kim Porter's covered phone. The real kicker is here. The TikTok user alleges that Pastor TD Jakes, Diddy's close friend who presided over Kim Porter's burial, is the target of an email. Crazy, huh? The TikToker claims that there's a video circulating where a guy divulges that Cassie gave him tapes of Diddy's crazy parties, which included not only TD Jakes, but also a number of other notable figures. Reportedly, the situation became controversial due to allegations of multiple men's involvement. For the first time, TD Jakes is responding to these accusations at this time. What precisely did he say then? You'd better fasten your seatbelt because this is going to get really weird.
Anything, this is allegedly. Ain't nobody gonna catch me slipping, okay? Okay. So allegedly, Cassie has turned over evidence to the feds. Yes, to the Fed. She has turned over videotapes, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, there is also an alleged email out saying a plethora of other things that include TD Jakes with Diddy. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. I'm not finna say nothing.
Surely everyone is aware of TD Jakes, the prominent figure behind Dallas Potter House Church. Like the leading American Christian evangelist, he frequents the company of celebrities. All
right, we're gonna stop it right there and get to part two. So, you know what I'm saying? They saying people getting lawsuits now from TD. They saying lawsuits are coming in. He ain't playing with people. He's trying to shut shit down right now. So let's get to this next story on let's get to this next part. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me load this up. All right, let's go, gang. Get the likes up. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's go.
He was even dubbed America's best preacher by Time magazine. He was also hailed by the New York Times as one of the most powerful and captivating preachers in the country. Hold on though. Things are starting to get strange. The formerly quiet Diddy and Jakes are now in the public eye due to lawsuits filed against him for alleged wrongdoing. Jake has been receiving praise from Diddy for helping him out throughout some difficult moments in 2021. They collaborated to deliver Jake's sermons to Revolt TV as well. According to this TikTok video, which purports to have been shared by his ex-girlfriend Cassie, Jake was having illicit relationships with young people at Diddy's events. It's really perplexing. It's causing a stir on the internet. The email
And you could see the symbolism Diddy was throwing there. That was the you know what I'm saying, some ritualistic symbolism and all the stuff that's happening right now. Is they're aligning themselves. And like I said, all these cases they coincide, man. Like if you think about it, from every single rapper that died to all these high profile cases, they all are connected. Man, you go to Epstein to this shit to everything. It's all one big pot of bullshit, man. Stay woke.
circulating divulges the true nature of Diddy's and Bishop Jake's connection. Let us first acknowledge that Bishop Jakes is not divine. He is definitely a Freemason, just like Diddy was. This email claims that although Diddy appears to have lost some of his privileges and authority, the devil is still speaking for his soul. According to the email, Kim Porter accused T.D. Jakes of having an affair with a young man in June 1983, just a year after he and his wife were married. Somehow, the whole thing became quiet. In 1999, a man who had threatened to reveal Jake's secret disappearance turns up missing. Pastor Blank reveals that the man was bought off to keep quiet. The identical man seems dead from a gunshot wound to the head 2 years later.
Do y'all hear this shit? Like I said, and remember, Michelle Loud was over here talking to me, and she started bringing up all the bodies that the Jakes family had, and I was like, "What bodies?" And she couldn't get into further detail about it. She just kept saying that they had bodies on them. And what about the bodies? And he got away with them bodies. So allegedly, the Jakes ain't so that family ain't so innocent about a lot of shit. They allegedly are tied into some shit. So what bodies were they responsible for? Because she kept saying that they had bodies, plural, meaning they didn't took out a few people.
Ah, how dodgy is that? But no names. All of this supposedly took place in Smithers, West Virginia, inside the Emmanuel Temple of Faith. People from Jake's hometown allegedly claim he has been discreetly seeing guys all along, and there are rumors that an elderly priest has been grooming him. Rumor has it that when Jake attends Diddy's parties, he indulges in copious amounts of alcohol and throws up cigars in a private area of the home. He's not off the radar just because he's in a private place. It seems that he is still being investigated. And get this, Diddy's bashes are never attended by the bishop's wife. Rumor has it that she is well aware of what is happening. She has reportedly been asked why she has never been invited. This email claims that Cassie is aware of the issues involving the bishop and that Kim Porter learned about Diddy's crazy parties from waiters. Kim was prepared to spill her book's tea. It's crazy, isn't it? However, keep in mind that these are merely some ludicrous assertions doing the rounds on social media. Absence of concrete proof. That didn't stop people from going bonkers on social media, though. There is currently a clairvoyant on TikTok who reportedly predicted all of this madness roughly 2 years ago. She became very angry and said things like T.D. Jakes is a Freemason, he took occult vows, and he's in some brotherhood that serves Satan as his true boss. She says he's playing with people's minds with his skills. She went so far as to prophesy that Jakes will be involved in one of the largest scandals in history.
Jakes, yeah, they say he's going to be involved in one of the largest scandals in history. A lot of people are predicting that the fall of TD Jakes is going to be something serious. A lot of people feel like that. Let's get to the next part of this story, man. Hold on, thugs. Let me load this next one up. All right. Give me a second. Let's get back to it.
Embroiled in grave accusations about their adopted child. Let us now discuss Diddy, ex-bad boy musician Madollar Eve, who was no stranger to speculations, broke his quiet. Tanya Blunt revealed how Diddy made her record tracks she didn't like, then discarded the entire album, leaving her emotionally depleted and even inspiring thoughts of self-harm. The narrative takes a dark turn when it is claimed that Diddy forced musicians into bankruptcy by buying off witnesses and bribing people during his legal fights. Bad Boy Records Shine accused Diddy of abandoning him throughout his legal troubles before eventually apologizing in Paris. Diddy's allegiance and his willingness to go to great risks are seriously called into doubt by this. Mandalori's complaint against Diddy extends beyond their acrimonious breakup to include money disagreements. He claims he wasn't paid enough and says Diddy tarnished his reputation, making it difficult for him to get employment elsewhere. Mandalori's suggestion that Diddy and TD Jakes have been intimately connected for a long time has fueled internet rumors about their relationship, especially in light of Jake's contentious reputation for prioritizing wealth over conventional spiritual principles. Mandalori unleashes bombshell after bombshell as the narrative progresses. In her lawsuit against Diddy, Cassie describes staged freak-offs that included Diddy, her, and other people. Among the frightening incidents is one in which Diddy is accused of forcing Cassie and another person to perform long-term intimate actions. Mandalori goes even farther, claiming that Diddy forced artists to participate in these situations after signing them and threatened to ruin their careers if they refused. These shocking disclosures, which link Diddy to a number of questionable actions, cast a pall over the music business. Not just the artists are involved in the dispute. Diddy's trusted confidant, well-known preacher TD Jakes, is currently being scrutinized for his dubious relationship with the rapper. Jakes' pastoral function is called into doubt because of his close association with the glittering world of celebrities. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, these assertions acquire traction as people connect the current story to earlier problems on social media. When it becomes known that Diddy allegedly tried to get other well-known names into precarious circumstances, the narrative takes even another shocking turn. There is a concerning trend indicated by reports of awkward meetings or advances involving Justin Bieber, Usher, Sway Lee, and 50 Cent. Columbus Short, an actor and choreographer, has added to the drama by claiming that Diddy attempted to lure him into a dubious late-night hotel meeting. This audacious assertion gives the mounting litany of charges against Diddy more substance. A shocking development occurs when an unidentified person comes forward with serious 1989 accusations of assault against Diddy and a friend after an off-campus party. The accuser describes terrifying incidents and declares she will take Diddy to court. The public's response to the growing controversy is a mixture of incredulity, suspicion, and worry. Some people wonder if the reports are true, while others wonder about the morality of the music industry and its major actors.
Man. So y'all tell me, what y'all think about Diddy and TD Jakes' relationship, man? Like I said, TD Jakes found himself in a lot of shit due to the relationships he was keeping, but he pledged the oath a long time ago, because a lot of people saying that TD Jakes is on some free masonry or some shit. I don't know. Do y'all feel like TD Jakes is on some Freemason shit? Because some people do. And I'm just gonna be real, man. TD Jakes definitely got some evil shit going on. I'm not sure what the dude got going on, but he definitely, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He definitely been on some shit. Let's continue to this next story. Hold on. Let's continue to this next story.
Imagine fighting for your son or your child since 2016. Imagine going up against a family that has the money and the power, and you don't have the means that could help you really fight for your child. All you have is your voice to speak out about you wanting your son back. Korah knows what went down. The Lord knows what went down. And if witchcraft was in place so far as manipulating his mother to take her son, God will let that be known. Whatever is in the dark is going to come to light. I stand with Michelle Loud for her to get her son back. I pray that God will step in and let his will be done in this situation. No one can love a child better than that mother. That child deserves to be with his mother, regardless of what you think about the woman. He deserves to be with his mother. Even though I don't buy into half the stuff that Esther talks about, that never meant that I'm a fan of the Jakes family. The next part of this video is Michelle Loud talking about her house getting broken into.
I unlocked the bottom lock. and the door, it was like jammed, like it wasn't opening. So then I turned the flashlight on. And I could see the rubber, the rubber that's on the door when you close it to keep it sealed, I guess closed. It was ripped, had holes in it. I was like, what the hell, And I try to open the door, and the door is jammed. So I give it a nudge. It opens. I look, my wood is cracked. On the side, my wood is cracked. As soon as I open the door, it's nothing but chaos. It's stuff everywhere. The living room, my kids' room, my kitchen. I have an Amori chest where I keep certain things. Everything was pulled out of it. I go to my room. I'm a very clean person. I'm a very organized person because I've worked so hard.
See, I don't know, y'all. So this story, this is another one of her. So someone said, "Why are you touching everything if it's a crime scene?" Something just, and then you called your mom. It's like, what was your? I don't know what the mom was supposed to do in the situation. There's a couple of questions that I would ask. I don't think she wants to talk to me because I think she might feel like I'm against her, and I'm just going to ask a bunch of questions, which I am going to ask a bunch of questions, and I'm not against you. But it's just certain things just don't quite make sense to me.
I worked so hard to get, and I pride myself in taking care of what I have because it was a time where I didn't have nothing. I go into my room and I just look like a tornado hit. So I started looking around, to see what was missing, what was gone. I called my mom, or I had sent a message to a supporter. And I just want to send a message to the Jakes. It is nothing that y'all can do that would ever make me be quiet or stop fighting for my son. I am not Brandon, and I am not any of the other people of loose ends that y'all tie, or that y'all silence, or that y'all make disappear. There is nothing that y'all can do to keep me silent, to move me, to make me shut up, to quit me, to stop me from talking, to stop me from fighting, to stop me from moving, to stop me from going. Nothing. You can take everything that I have. You can literally try to destroy me, but I'm going to keep fighting for my son. I'm going to keep fighting for my baby. And y'all will not break me. Y'all will not break me. Y'all will not scare me. And y'all will not put me in fear. At all. I won't let you do it. I won't let you do it. Because there's nothing that you can tear up and take when you have my most prized possession. Nothing.
Nothing. Y'all can't back me in the corner no more. Y'all can't manipulate me anymore. You can't do it anymore. And if I have to keep coming public to talk about it, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Someone said, "What in the Tubi movie is going on?" Look, I'm gonna be real. I don't know, man. I don't at this point with that story. It's so all over the place. I don't know, man. I can't call it with that one. That's a story that it just seems like that's somebody who knew her and that was personal. I don't know if the Jakes know about her living situation or know what she got going on. I don't know if they robbed her house or not. I'm not sure what the hell happened there. But what I do know is not everything makes sense in the story. But let's continue to cover it though.
What's up, TikTok? This your boy Gerald Jackson from the North Carolina beat. All right, so y'all know
And we all remember scamming ass Gerald. We all remember scamming ass Gerald.
this is Michelle Lau right here, okay? Since 2016, she had been speaking out against the Jakes family, specifically Cora Jakes, Bishop T.D. Jakes' daughter, okay, who she was friends with at one point and was living with at one point. Okay, now this is Bishop T.D. Jakes' daughter, Cora Jakes. Now, if you don't know, Cora Jakes is barren, okay? She can't have no children. She can't throw her legs up to the ceiling and let a man run in her like a lawnmower and have a baby. So Michelle had been posting on Facebook every other day, every day, making videos, telling her story since 2016. But her story didn't really go viral until about 2018 and 19, okay? But she's known. And after these recent allegations with Bishop T.D. Jakes and Diddy had came about, everybody, bloggers, and everyone started bringing up Michelle's story again, okay? According to Michelle, Cora had been spiritually manipulating her and using, just operating in the spirit of witchcraft to make her sign over her child to Cora. And she did. And she has been trying to get her child back ever since. But Cora right here won't give Michelle back her baby. This is the thing. Michelle Lau has 5 kids. Okay, she's never had a CPS case. She's never had her kids taken from her. She has a home for them, and she wants her son back. And Cora Jakes won't give her her baby back. I mean, what's the point of keeping a woman's child if she wants the child back? You get what I'm saying? But somebody broke into Michelle Lau's home Friday, ransacked her home, stole her safe that had $1,000. I think it had over $1,100 in it. The safe had her kid's birth certificate in it, as well as their social security cards. And they stole her laptop and iPad, maybe trying to find some information or what she got.
So the safe had $1,100 in it. Hey, is Dion still in here? Dion, since you like one of the spokespeople for Michelle Loud, are you still in? I want to chop it up with you. I want to chop it up with you, man. If you still in here, let me know, because I want to chop it up with you. Oh, you still in here? All right, I'm gonna drop the link. Give me a second. I want to drop the link because there's a couple questions I want to ask you about this, since you can kind of speak for her. I know you talk to her all the time, so let's chop it up real quick. Let me send you this link real quick. All right, let's go back to this video.
But when I spoke to her, she told me that she came home Friday, tried to get in her door, couldn't get in her door. She said she nudged it. And when she got inside, she saw that it was a crack on the door panel. And she said she saw papers stroll in the living room. She said that she went in her room and she saw this. Michelle told me that she spoke to her.
Hold on, did I see a pack of nutty bars? Did they leave her a pack of nutty bars? Hold on, thugs. Look, there's a pack of nutty bars right there. They left a pack of nutty bars. Look like they left some chips behind. What is going on? Oh, stay right there, Dion. This got 1 minute left in it. I got 1 minute left in this video.
Michelle told me that she spoke to her neighbor who told her that they had ring camera footage. The neighbor told Michelle that she saw on the camera footage 2 black all-tinted SUVs parked slightly in front of Michelle's home. She said the neighbor told her that she couldn't tell from the camera footage if anyone had got out of the vehicle or not. Michelle has filed a police report, and it is an investigation underway. Detectives told her that they're going to treat this case as a high-profile case, and they're probably treating this case as a high-profile case because Michelle has been seen all over the internet for speaking out against the Jakes family about her son, her son Jason. She wants her son back, and that's probably the reason why they're treating this as a high-profile case, because when you look at her page all the way back to 2016, you may see some days where she posts other stuff, but she mainly focuses on fighting for her child. And the fact that she's been at this address for 4 years, don't have any known people that she has beef with, never had beef with anyone in her area, and 2 black all-tinted SUVs pull up and they are believed to be Escalades. Yeah.
All right. So I believe Dion's backstage. Yeah, here we go. Dion, what's good, Dion?
What's going on, Ratchet?
Salute. I appreciate you for coming up. So tell me, man, what's going on with this Michelle Loud situation, man?
Man, Michelle Loud situation is getting crazier and crazier. She said she was robbed. I believe her because when she first started coming out, she was saying that she was being chased down by the Jakes. She said she was at a grocery store, seen a black truck pull up to her. Note in her other lives, she was telling people how, her and Cora had a relationship, even though after Cora took her son or whatnot. And people keep forgetting that, Michelle was homeless when her and Cora reunited together. So, Cora just played on her heart and played on her mind and all that, and coerced her into taking her son. But they still had like a friendship going on. So Michelle would go to her house and all of that stuff. But it got to the end, to the point that Cora wanted to just throw Michelle to the curb and just keep the son. So there was times where Michelle will be, Cora would still pull up on her and stuff like that to try to frighten her and things like that. So when I seen that she was saying that she was robbed, I'm like, I believe it, because the Jakes, they that powerful, Doc. They more powerful than the streets. You know what I'm saying? They got the law on their side. They got goons at the church. You know what I'm saying? They global, so they could use anybody, or anybody could just take initiative to go, try to silence Michelle. So that's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying
So
for her.
you saying you believe her. So let me ask you this. Did you ever see proof of any of this?
Did I ever see proof? No, but I believe it though. Knowing people like them. I grew up in the church too, and I know how streets.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, did you ever see a black SUV? Did you ever see her being followed? Did you ever see anybody pull up on her? Have you ever seen any evidence that it's the Jakes?
No, but it's no secret that they run around with trucks, black trucks, and
That's what I mean. So if we all know that, then I could say that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there was a black SUV outside. It was the Jakes.
yeah, even like when I seen them in, my people seen them in different states or whatnot. They rode around like the president. Black trucks. That's how celebrity preachers run around it.
All right, let me see who this is backstage. Somebody named Shay. I don't know who this is. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Dion. Shay, what's good?
Hey, Ratchet. So here's my deal, right? I've been watching her story from the beginning, and this is my take on it. I definitely believe the story about her son, right? But after watching several lives, I'm starting to think like it's more about money instead of getting her son. So it's been several instances where I kind of noticed like I'm taking up donations for, an attorney, blah, 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 but then you out on the town. Then it's, oh, we fighting for justice, and we got to update, donate to the Cash App, and then you're out on the town. Well, it's funny, but it's funny, but it's not funny. So let me just point out a couple things.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
When she broke the story about her house being broken into, the mother, this was the next day when they were cleaning the house, and I don't know if that live is still up. Her mom was in the chat, and she was on there. It was like, yeah, mama, tell them to hit your Cash App. And her mom was like, no, I'm not doing that. And she hung up on the mama. as if it was one of those moves like, don't say that. I don't want you, like, don't put it out there. So it was kind of obvious. I'm very observant. I watch everything. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. So then she was like, if y'all want to donate, donate to the Cash App, whatever. So she had mentioned that she had money in there in the safe. That was her bill money. So I'm like, it's well after the first of the month. Rent should have been paid. So then my antennas went up. She came back and was like, I'm gonna reach out to Larry Reed. She instantly reached out to Larry Reed to get the story out there. She was like, he's helped me before. Then Larry Reed went live and mentioned that he had basically given a donation to her before to help financially. It's just starting to become like a money grab to me. You know, she took up donations for the birthday. She constantly talking about the Cash App. No changes have been made in the store. Like no updates have been given in regards to an attorney. The money coming up, and then she said it was an iPad and her laptop missing. Then there was something about the son game. People flooded in with donations. She got the son another phone. Valentine's Day gifts. It's just, to me, it seems like.
So you think she's built this platform up with people feeling sorry for her son, so they would support anything she says at this point?
Yes, that's how I feel. I definitely believe the story 100% in regards to what happened to her son. I don't doubt that. I can say her lives and storyline with that has been very consistent. However, I I know a hustler when I see a hustler. You know, it's hard to sleep because I watch everything. I mean, I say nothing, I just watch everything. But I just kind of notice every time something happen, it's involving some way, somehow money come up. And it's just, I'm gonna
Ratchet.
say this: don't use your
Go-
kid's story to try to make a profit off of it. If you're gonna make a profit, at least use that money because by now, 2 years in the game, too many eyes on this story, too many people have donated. We should definitely be further than what we are now with knowing whether or not she got an attorney. I understand the circumstances around the Jakes and not being able to really find any representation here, but too many people have their eyes on this, and I'm sure somebody at some point will be like, "Hey, let me help you get your son."
I will
Go
say this, Ratchet. I was watching her live one time. She did say Ratchet TV platform would gave the most donations.
I mean, my
Exactly.
people.
So I'm not telling the story. Several times she's made mention of money. What caught me with the cleaning of the house, I was like, I don't know if anybody else saw it.
But she
But her
also,
mom.
she also said she finally found the right attorney that want to take on the case because all the attorneys in that Dallas Fort Worth area is basically in Jake's pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I
I
believe she.
get that, but when she was on, even when she came on Ratchet's live that night, she said, "I have an attorney. I have everything locked up." Then it came back. We still trying to get one. So when you can't tell me where donations are going, and I'm just gonna speak from my own experiences from trying to go out on a limb to help people because I'm all for, especially single mothers. I'm a single mother, right? So when it comes to single mothers, I'm all for it. However, it has come back to bite me whenever I financially give into something or donated to people who had a need, and then there was ulterior motives. So I've been very, and I'm hardly ever hesitant about helping anybody with anything or donating anything to anybody. I'm the person, if I got $20 and you need the 20, I'm gonna give it to you because I feel like you need it more than I do if you had to ask me for it, right? But for
Okay,
some reason, I have not been able to financially give a financial donation to this case
but
because I just
let me ask you something here. Have you ever seen evidence of anything that she has said? But you know what I'm saying, like with as far as the people following her, the black SUVs. Have you ever
no,
seen the?
never.
And you've been. It seems like you've been following all along.
I have, and it's been crazy. Like, and not downplaying her at all. Please, nobody take it that way because I'm not. I'm never the type to bash another black woman. But sometimes you just have to call a spade, and to me, I'm calling a spade a spade. Like I've been watching, and it's just something just does not sit right with me when it comes to the motive. I understand her wanting to get her son, but we've never seen any proof, and I just thought it was very strange. If someone rain checks my house, I'm going to video. In fact, I'm going to walk out and walk back in and video from the very beginning. I'm fairly new to Dallas, Texas. My apartment flooded when we had the freeze not long ago. You know what I did? I literally walked out my apartment and walked in and did a whole walkthrough and video for footages for insurance. Who wouldn't do that? I'm
So,
not. I
so,
didn't show
so,
just one
so,
room. I showed the entire area.
Dion, let me
Yeah.
ask you this. So she went home by herself when this happened, right?
Yes.
And there's footprints on her door.
Uh-huh.
There's the tables are moved, the house is ransacked, there's papers everywhere. There is the window is open, the whole house is trashed. Does she have a gun at this point?
She can't have a gun. She says she's a convicted felon.
Okay, so she can't even possess a weapon. So she walked through this whole house. Which somebody could have been in there. More people could have been. Hell, if the Jakes were trying to take you out this whole time, they could be in this house waiting on you to take you out right now. You walked through this whole house without a weapon and then called your mom.
She had a live on. I mean, I believe she probably had a live on.
Did she have her live on, Shay? Shay, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, it kind of cut out on me. I was getting ready to walk out my house. I was like, let me disconnect my Wi-Fi because I didn't want it to hang up on y'all.
Did she have her live on when this robbery took place?
No, so let me tell you what I saw was um actually it was the very next day. And that's when the video that you just showed is the one that I saw. Unfortunately, I was working during the time, so I couldn't catch the whole thing, but I caught enough. um, and she started out saying how it took a couple, she had to try to get her thoughts together before coming out with this, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, let me listen. And I thought at first that was weird. I was like, okay, she's made mention about the black trust before. But then I kept listening and it was the crying for me. Now I'm a crybaby naturally. Um, but I can't just pull it out like that and then turn it off ever. So then that's when I really started getting in tune. So I was like, okay, I kind of believe this. I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely wouldn't have walked in the house by myself. And I've lived in the hood. I never walk in the house by myself if I saw my door was open and it's not supposed to be open. So I was like, okay, whatever. I believed it, went on. It was the next day when the conversation was being had about the cash apps and the money stuff started coming up. I was like, this is weird.
Okay,
You sound suspicious.
so let
Shay,
me let me ask you this, Shay. Do you feel like the Jakes are even after this woman?
Um, Personally, I feel like with the power that they have, it's not hard to find where she's at, right? She's been around all this time. I won't say that they don't have a plot against her if it ever went to court again, but to just be checking for her like that, I would say no. I mean, she'd be out and about. It wouldn't be hard, right? If they're that powerful.
You tell me. Do you think they that powerful?
I definitely feel like they have their ties and some things, and very capable of doing some things. But let's think about it. Cora wants her son so bad. I find it hard to believe that she would do something to her, knowing that it could possibly come back on her.
So you think Cora's innocent in this?
I won't say that she's innocent in taking of the child. I don't think that they're checking for her like that.
I got you. Stay here with me, Shay. Kim, what's up?
Hello, hey everybody.
What's good?
So I just wanted to come up, just because to talk about the music industry.
Hold on. Okay, pack it up. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Get the hell on. What? Okay. Anyway, so Shay,
What's up?
how did you come across this story?
Um, I was I can't remember if I was working or something. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was around the time that Cora's husband ex-husband, whatever their status is now, was arrested for allegedly inappropriately having, doing things with the daughter, the adopted daughter. And it was the live she did, I think, back in 2021, 22. The years are flying by so fast. When she had on the stripy dress and she was explaining the story. Naturally, as a mother, my heart was like, oh my God, who would do such a thing? Why would somebody do this to her? And it drew me in. And so I started listening and listening and listening. Now, one thing about me is I hate repetitiveness. Don't keep telling me the same stuff over and over and over and over again. Now you're beating a dead horse. So I kind of stopped listening a little bit because all of the interviews were the same. They were all been going the same way. The same questions is being answered. And I get bored easily. So I just kind of like jump in every now and then. But when I started seeing like little stuff happening with these donations, like to me, as bad as I know she wanted to have the party, I'd rather have said, y'all, I know that she may not bring my child. I'd rather y'all give this money up for me to get an attorney, right? I know as single parents, sometimes we feel obligated to do things for our kids for Valentine's Day and certain holidays. But in a situation like that, when I'm fighting for my kid, I would have to tell my kid, hey, mommy would love to do this. I normally would, but this is what's going on. Kids would understand if you have a conversation with them. I feel like money has been put on the wrong things. And that's just my personal opinion.
Okay, I got you. Dion, you look like you want to say something. Go ahead, Dion.
I just want to say what the chat is saying. Shake sounds like a cop.
Let's say Shay sounds like a cop.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It sounds like she go to Potter House.
What? Absolutely not.
Have you
So
ever been to
first
the
of all, I'm
Potter's
not
house?
even, never have been. The Lord is my witness. I'm not even from this area. I've been here. April will be 2 years actually.
Oh, okay. They saying you sound like Cora.
I started to sound like,
Cora.
yeah.
The fuck? That's an insult.
I'm just telling you what the chat saying. The chat saying you
No,
sound like
I'm
Cora.
not from here. Not from here. I just watch stuff. People don't be, again, I'm not saying that her story regarding to her son is not real. I just peep certain
No,
stuff. But
I
I've
believe
never
I
been.
do. But I do kind of feel like you feel. I'm be real with you though. I do feel like the story is real. I do feel like it did happen to her. I do feel like they finessed her and did some witchcraft or some shit. I do believe the whole thing. Then I start to feel like there's something else here because you've been hitting on some shit with the money shit. Because I've been seeing a few things that's looking like maybe you just trying to get some compensation
Yeah,
for the shit.
I'm
'Cause
telling you. But no, I'm not associated with the Potter House. Never been there. Couldn't even tell you where it's at.
what does
And
Michelle do for a living?
baby, I don't know her. I
I'm
literally
talking
found about her.
about Dion.
Oh,
What does she do for a living?
She said she was working. Right
So
now
you don't
she's
got so you don't know where she works at either.
uh-uh.
You don't know what type of work she does.
Nah. I know she do hair. Yeah, she said she do hair. I remember her. I remember
Out
her.
of out of her house.
Yeah,
I don't know. She just got a lot of time to me. And me being a mother, I'm going to fight for mine if I got to work 2 or 3 jobs. But I'm like, baby,
I
because
mean, is it
people be
possible?
calling me, they be like, hey, you watch the live? I'm like, no, bro, I work
But
full time.
is it possible that the internet paying her bills?
It's very much so because people keep telling her to go live, go live, go live. And then I was watching, like, before when something happened, one of the young ladies on the chat had bought her like some cameras or something, which I thought was very generous when she felt like they were after her. And then when this
So she
incident
does have
happened,
cameras.
well, this is the thing. This is another thing that made me kind of be like, what? So then when this happened, the lady who bought the cameras was like, hey, your cameras didn't catch anything. And she read the question on the live and then just skipped over. But then she came back the next day and said it was something with her internet that wasn't working right. So I was just like,
And then she said the neighbor said that they got it on the cameras. Why did she not take a picture of that or?
exactly. Like I
So,
have cameras
yeah, I got cameras.
and they're clear as day. So why? if you're concerned or you feel like they're after you, why not make sure your internet is consistently working properly, or where the cameras even put up? You just took it as a gift to keep from
So
saying a
Dion,
lot
does
of
she
other
got
stuff.
Does she got cameras, Dion?
Nah,
So no one bought her cameras?
she probably do now. I don't know, but
No, no, no,
somebody.
no. I'm talking about before. No, none of one of her subscribers didn't or supporters didn't buy her cameras before, because she's saying it happened on live.
I'm not sure about that though.
Yes, I think the lady name was Latoya, Toya Lewis, or something like that. Um, it's on the live, and she kept commenting like, "Hey, your cameras didn't catch this. Your cameras didn't catch this," and she never said anything. But towards the end of the live, she read the comment and then just kind of read it out loud on the live, and then just kind of kept going. And then the next day, she had came back and made mention of thanking the lady for them, and then said that it was something wrong with her internet.
And you remember a lot of shit, Shay.
Man, because I'm very observant. I watch everything. Like I have a teenage daughter, and I always tell her that, especially since we moved here, because it's bigger than our hometown. So I always tell her be vigilant. When you're a single woman, you're very vigilant and watch things. I've always been like that. And then when people are asking for help, and especially financial donations, I'm frugal with my money. So I'm not just gonna give it away. I'll give it if a need, but if I feel like it's a hustle, yeah, I'm like, no, I'm good. I just have to keep watching. And I have not been led to give a donation for that reason.
You haven't been led to give a donation for a single mother that's need help getting her
No,
son.
no, when I feel like it's a hustle, that's a difference. It's a
Do you
difference.
do you go to church?
Do I go to church? Yes, I go to church. I don't go to a church here, and I probably never will because I'm not into the whole mega churches and stuff around here. So yeah, I watch my home church online.
Gotcha.
Where you from?
And I know that it's not right for me to feel that way, that I should give from the heart, and I do. But some stuff just don't make sense to me, and I'm not gonna participate in things that don't make sense to me.
You sure ain't
So
nobody
so,
pay you?
so why do you still watch her?
Honestly, because I'm like, I want to see where it's going. I've barely been watching lately because again, I work, and a lot of times she go live. I'm working during those hours,
Hmm.
so I have to go back and watch the replays. Like it ain't no hate towards her or nothing. I just feel like it's a money grab outside of that. If it was going to a foundation or to the hands of somebody that was actually putting the money towards an attorney for her son, I would be 100% all in and donate.
So has she ever showed anybody where the money is going?
No, and that's my problem.
How much was the attorney?
Hell, hell if I know.
You
She
sure?
said no. She mentioned at one point that roughly this is how much it would cost. So who knows?
So then, where are all the donations going? If she doesn't have a bank account, and where's all? d- I'm trying to understand, where did all these donations go if you don't have a bank account and your money is
Mostly
in a
to her
safe, but you only had
to her Cash
$1,100
App.
in a safe?
I think I've seen before. There's a Cash App to her, a Zelle that's set up with the
So if
sister's
she has
account,
a
and then the
Zelle, then she has
GoFundMe.
a bank. So wait, who has the Zelle account?
Her sister,
Okay, so her sister has the bank account.
correct.
Why doesn't she have a bank account?
I have no idea.
Dion, why doesn't she have a bank account?
No comment. I have no idea, but I would say this, Shay. You sound very suspicious.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
So, so her
Sorry
sister
you feel
has
that
the
way.
Zelle. She has a Cash App. She doesn't have a bank account. She has a safe that had $1,100 in it. So, is there money on the Cash App still? So, is all the money from the donation still on the Cash App? Has she cashed it out? Is she cashing it out to her sister's account? What is going on with the money?
Don't know. And I literally don't know her from a can of paint. I don't know her at all. To even pass judgment to say what she doing her lifestyle. I can
No, no,
only go
you got
based
a
off
lot.
how people.
You got a lot of information. I'm just trying to
Well,
get your information.
because when you watch her, people show you who they are. All you have to do is just watch. And so just after watching a couple times, I was just like, I was all in. And I'm really hoping that she get her son. But when you start moving for not to treat you accordingly.
Why don't you reach out to her then, Shay?
And I've tried. I've tried. And try to find like a better way to handle it to try to get more insight on like a move a little different when it comes to the case and getting the information out there. But people do what they want to do. I'm not with all the rah 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 going from platform to platform trying to defend nobody. So they're cool like that. That ain't my kind of style. So I was just like, let people do what they want to do. And then maybe I don't give donations, so my opinion probably don't matter, and that's fine.
Yeah. Someone said when you donate, once money is released, it is between the person and God.
And
If
you
she does not
absolutely right.
if she does not do the right thing, that's none of my business. Shay, you've been judging since you opened your mouth.
And that's fine. I would take that. My opinion is my opinion. There have been times I've given it, don't know what people do with it. But if somebody show you something, then it's my choice. And if it was bad enough for need, then I would probably have a second opinion.
So you don't want to help her, is what you're saying.
That's my opinion right now. As of now, no, not financially.
Shay, have anybody ever told you sound like Cora?
No, and whatever. People have their opinions. I'm not easily offended.
So where'd you grow up, Shay?
In Mississippi, actually.
What part?
Biloxi.
Biloxi, Mississippi. And you said you moved to Dallas when?
2 years ago. Reggie, you ain't gotta. I'll tell you more information off of your platform. I don't mind.
Okay. So I'm just saying, everybody's saying you Cora. So if I don't ask the question, they're gonna be like, "Man, Ratchet, this is."
Oh no.
So I gotta
No,
ask.
hell no.
Okay, so nobody sent you over here, nothing.
No.
I got you. So, what is your viewpoint about the Jakes?
I don't know them. I don't know anything about them other than what's in the media. I know just as much as everybody else when it comes to what's in the
Okay, so
media.
just give me your opinion on them. So, what do you gave me your opinion on this lady? You judge.
I feel like I don't mind speaking that. I definitely feel like Jace have done some things that he's not happy about, especially with the Christmas sermon. It was a dead giveaway. You say you're not going to address something, but you address it. You're addressing it for a reason, obviously. Do I believe that Corey
Where's
and
my
them
car?
coerced her and did the things that they did? Absolutely. Too many people have come on to Michelle's lives and commented and said that some of the same things have happened to them or similar things have happened to them or their family. So I'm not saying that she's telling a story about any of that. I don't know the Jakes well enough to know anything about them personally other than what's in the media. Do I feel like they're evil people? Absolutely. Do I feel like what happened with Cora's husband was a setup? Absolutely. I feel like Brandon probably was going to tell some things. So they had to hush him up.
So, are you going to continue to follow the Michelle Loud story? You said you want to see how it all ends up. So,
I'm not going to tell a lie and said I'm going to watch it all because I've actually just kind of pulled away from it. Again, I get bored easily. So it's the repetitive information. I just kind of lost interest in the story. So every now and then, if it pop up that a live is on there or replay, I'll just watch a little bit of it and go about my business.
so what made you hit this link and chop it up?
The conversation was interesting because I was like, I'm seeing other people saying, like, okay, I believe this. This wasn't said here. It wasn't said there. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to kind of figure out. Just like you feel that there's some loophole or some backstory that's not being given, I feel the same way. People have their opinions about whatever. We can agree to disagree.
I got you. Says quickly researched, and people with bad credit can be and are often denied a checking account. But there's a lot of options for a checking account. There's a lot of options. You would think they got online banking. You don't got to have a actual bank no more. But anyway, I don't know. But Shay, you do seem a little invested in this. You know that, right?
I was. I started out saying that I was. I absolutely was.
No, you still sound actively invested.
No, I just watch every now and then because there's a couple people calling me like, "Did you watch the live?" This, and I go back and watch the replay to see what they were talking about. But again, most of the time she go live. It's in the middle of the day, and I work.
So does she have a job? Does she work?
I couldn't tell you. I know she's maybe mentioned about doing hair, so I don't know.
So you just think this is just strictly? You think she does want her kid back, but you think she's kind of manipulating the situation into getting a lot of money,
Possibly.
possibly scamming, scheming, and scamming. We
But
got.
again, I don't mind letting you know who I am, Ratchet. It's no secret.
I don't know who you are.
I know. I can
Huh?
tell you who I am. I don't mind telling you who I am off of your platform. It's no
Okay.
secret. I'm nobody big. I'm just a regular person like everybody else.
Okay. DM me on Instagram. I want to see who you are.
I already have.
I don't know who. Okay. Who are you? I'm so confused. You there, Shay? Okay. I don't know what the hell just happened. Yeah, this chick
Can you
just.
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's
Oh
good?
no, I'm here.
Okay. So DM me again if you said you DM me before. Are you there? Ooh, child. Okay, Shay, get on, Shay. Pack it up. Whoever the hell you are. Pack it up. All of a sudden you're in lost service and can't hear no more. Salute on that honey bun. I appreciate you. Salute. Said she's not invested to reach out to Michelle Loud. I'm saying, she lying again. It said, yeah, see, y'all. I don't know, man. It said, see there, that was a quick conference. It's this situation loose as hell. It seemed like she was team Jake's, then she had to say some shit to make her not seem guilty. Then she said, "Hey, I didn't DM'd you before." Okay, well, DM me again. She's like, it's no secret who I am. Okay, well, who the fuck are you? They said Rain and TD Jakes just called her. They said that's that Mississippi school system. They talking in the background. I heard somebody talking in the background. She sound like a fake PI. She is loose. Probably the PI lady with the voice changer. Damn. She said, "Oh, hold on. Somebody just DM'd me." Okay, that is a real. Hold on. This is Okay, she said she was DMing me. That's why she left off. Okay, so this ain't no damn core. Okay, I see who it is. Okay, I got it. Okay, so I see who it is now. It is a real person. She just DM'd me on Instagram. I just don't be on YouTube like that. All right, well, I'll hit you up later. Get some information because I don't know what you got going on, but it seemed like you highly invested in this shit and you connected in some type of way. We'll see though. They said it's a secret to us. Dion calling back in. It says your device is not connected, Dion. Connect your device so I can bring you up. I don't know what's going on with your device. They said, and she in Dallas. She says she in Dallas. Dreamy. I'm not sure what she got going on. She say she out here. Connect your device, Dion. Oh, there you go. All right. All right, there we go. Yo.
Yo,
So what you think?
she sounded like a Fed, doc.
You said she sound like a Fed?
Yeah, she sounded like she part of the Potter House or something.
Hey, if somebody did do that, it could have been them boys that went, you know what I'm saying, in her crib.
Yeah.
And if it could have been. I mean, I'm not sure if someone broke in or not at this point. It's all looking a little iffy. But if somebody did, it could have been them. I mean, I don't think the Jakes would be over there they selves. I don't know that they would just hop out of her crib and risk it all for what? They already got the kid. What else? What they need with any of her shit? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Michelle said that they had some important papers that she was supposed to take to court, uh, try to get her son back from Cora. So it kind of makes sense.
So they can't. So these were important papers from who?
From Michelle that she
But
had in her safe.
what were the papers like? Court documents or what was it?
Yeah, court documents, to help her get her son back. Cause
So
they
why
still
can't why can't they submit them? I mean, they could just send them back to her.
sound like intimidation factor. They trying to
Yeah, but
intimidate her,
if someone took my court papers, I would call the court and get them back.
right? But she said it was some other important stuff in there. So
I don't know, man.
it just, you gotta understand it's kind of like some street shit, basically. You take the son, you use God and use your money and power.
So you believe dead ass that the Jakes are harassing this lady and they after her?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, they got the son, but they trying to harass her because they got to see her in court, and she's speaking out loud. They basically trying to silence her, and like she said, they silenced people before, but some of those people can't come back from that. Cora Jakes got her own husband in jail, lying on him, talking about he touched a kid that she stole from somebody else. So it's a lot going on, man. But I pray that it won't real. But Michelle Lau being consistent, so all I could do is just pray for her, that her safety and
People
yeah.
watching this lady and they telling me people done sent the lady cameras. And they got proof they didn't send her cameras, and so where the hell is if she had cameras? Where they at?
I don't know. I wish Michelle was on tonight, but I would just say this, it sounds like a movie, but it's real life. And it's sad because the holidays and stuff like that. So I can only imagine how she feel. And I'm not in Dallas politics like that, but I've been following Ratchet TV, and I only thought that it was right, for Michelle and y'all to link up since y'all in the same city. But she needs some prayer, she needs some protection, she needs some help. So she said y'all been helping her. She said Ratchet TV being the biggest platform helping her, and she also stated that every lawyer and attorney she tried to get in Dallas, they basically in the Jake's back pocket. That makes sense. Y'all gotta understand the Jakes is global. They world known. So
Are you in Dallas?
I'm not in Dallas. I'm in North Carolina, like NC Beat. But I've been following Ratchet TV
Well,
for a while.
that dude a scammer too.
Yeah, but I'm not him though. But I'm just saying,
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about he be on the internet scamming as well, man.
Yeah. I'm just a cat from North Carolina that been listening to y'all Ratchet TV, talk about Dolph and Mo 3. So when you said call in if you had anything to say about Diddy or Jakes, that's when I called in and mentioned Michelle Loud. And I enjoy your series on Surviving TD, but the
Toy
saga.
wants to know, why do you protect her, Dion?
Why do I protect? I mean, I protect all the single mothers. Any person that's going through injustice.
Uh, Michelle Loud, is she married, single, in a
She's
relationship?
single. I mean, I know she ain't married. I just know she's single. Probably got a boyfriend or something. But I mean, if it were my sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, I probably do the same thing if it was anybody, I just don't like people to be played on, by people with power. That's not a good thing, especially when they supposed to be men of the cloth, so it goes back on Jace because Michelle said his daughter Cora is mental. So, like this type of situation, if it get in the right person's hand, could really bring down his whole empire. And that's not a good thing, what I'm saying? As far as him being so influential, I wouldn't want Jake's empire to go down or them get a RICO or something like that. My parents, a lot of people I know to look up to him.
Wait,
But
so you're rooting for the Jakes?
no, I'm saying I grew up on the Jakes. So, if this evilness that he been doing, I hope that he could get it right. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be a bad thing to see for him to go down, especially since he done influenced so many people, especially in the church community. But at the same
Dion,
time,
are you interested in Michelle?
nah, bro. I'm just a person wanting to see justice, brother. I done seen things like this happen before, but not to this magnitude.
So
And
you never shot your shot?
no, sir, no.
Okay,
That's funny that y'all would say that, but no, brother.
I gotta ask.
You gotta ask. Some people ask, is Ratchet TV the Fed? I'm like, nah, dog, I don't know.
Oh, man, I just do a job, man.
You just do it. I'm just doing my job, brother. It's an act of kindness. An act of kindness.
All right, Dion. You got anything else?
Man. That's all I got.
Salute, Dion.
Hey, salute the gang.
All right, I
Peace.
appreciate you for coming up. All right. Salute to Dion, y'all. All right, man. Dion, I'm gonna be real. I think you like her, Dion. I'm gonna just be real with you, man. I think you crushing on Michelle Loud, bro. She might be the apple of your eye, man. You don't see no wrong in that lady. That lady might be finessing some people, man. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't saying her story is cap. I just think the lady is, maybe stretching it. Well, if Ratchet is a lot of help, why Michelle haven't came back? I've reached out to her too and told her what's good. I want to chop. After I heard the story, I did reach out to her. She never responded to me, but then I heard her on live one day, and she was like, "Oh, I don't got an issue with Ratchet. I don't got an issue with him at all." So I don't know. I said thanks to the gentleman. She needs to really, yeah, but I think this story just don't. If someone was out to get me like that, I definitely would have. What I'm saying, as a lady, I would definitely have cameras all over my shit. They said he hit her side door, man. He definitely tapped in that DM like "Good morning, beautiful" a few times. I guarantee you, he didn't hit her with that "Good morning, beautiful" a few times just to test the waters. That's like putting your feet in it, putting your little thumb toe in the. You know what I'm saying? You trying to dip it in the pool, see how cold it is, real quick. Let me see what it's looking like, real quick. Hey, good morning, beautiful. You want to see that response? That's gonna determine your next move. Make your next move your best move, thug. Make your next move your best move, thug. Man. They said if the Jakes are doing all this, why wouldn't he need to come out of the church house, Dion? He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, man. I think a lot of people think Michelle's story a little cap right now. Salute for that two piece. I appreciate you, loving gal. I appreciate you. It says, lady, I was saying, why is he dealing with kids? It says, but she's not getting rich on this. Single mother trying to get her kid back. There are people doing worse things. It's crazy that the lady has a child and won't return him. Michelle needs to explain the cameras, but I ain't taking up for nobody that proudly support P. Diddy. Who is this? What's up, Texas? What's good? All right, pack it up. I don't know what you got going on. It said lots of judges. What? Somebody a wolf and oh shit. Cops abuse, whoop de man. Y'all all over the place in these comments. Shay clout chasing. Oh, you can't remember. Shay had a lot of information. Like she been watching that lady from day one. She act like she been sitting here watching that damn lady from day one. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell she got going on. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Like you act like you getting paid to do this shit. You saying I don't even. I'm getting bored with it. You getting bored, but you know every detail about what the hell going on. Hold on, let me see who the hell this is, man. Who the hell is this? What's good?
Man, Ratchet.
What's up?
Hey, bro. Hey, on some real shit, bro. I think the Jakes had somebody to do that shit, bro.
Have somebody do what?
Break it to her house, fam. Like, bro, who else? I mean, come on, bro. If you go hit a lick, think about it for a minute, dog. Just go on some street shit. If you go hit a lick, bro, why the only thing you gonna take is some important papers like that? Nigga, if I'm finna hit a lick, I'm finna take flash screens. I'm finna take jewelry, money. Come on, bro.
But how there's no proof that anything was even taken.
What you? Oh, you mean like the? Oh, I see you saying like the proof. But bro, I mean, if she is telling the truth, I mean, I don't see why she would sit there and lie about all this.
If it's a money grab.
Say what, bro?
If it's a money grab.
Man, I don't think it's no money grab, bro. I just think they so powerful, bro, that honestly, bro, they untouchable.
So you think the Jakes, they just got a $24 million deal. You think they gonna steal a safe with $1,100 in it?
But bro, it's the principle to scare her, bro. Bro, it's like they sending a message to her to shut your mouth, leave this alone. It is what it is. Like if I wanted to off you, not you, but
I
just
I,
in,
th- I think the Jakes, if they really wanted to do something, she would be gone. If they really
oh,
wanted
you
her.
think she be going already?
If they wanted her, she'd be gone. They way too powerful. If they really wanted her that bad, they wouldn't need to break in her house and take some papers.
But the thing about it though, Ratchet,
They've
they
been
got a
having this son since 2016. Why they need to do this now? They've been having this son since 2016. She ain't getting him back. I'm just telling you, she's not getting him back.
I get what you're saying, Ratchet, but I think the only reason that they coming after her now is because the story getting some traction.
The story's not gonna go anywhere. The Jakes ain't got a dent in their armor when it comes to Michelle Loud.
Damn. So you think the whole story is fabricated?
No, I believe the story. I just believe that the story is over.
Oh, so she ain't never getting Jason.
No, not that I think. No.
Damn. I mean, what if she get a good attorney, bro?
What proof does she have?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. I see
She
both
can't
sides.
prove. She can't prove anything she said. Everything that she's told you, me, everybody. She has no physical evidence of anything she said. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she's a liar. I believe her, but she don't have no proof. She don't. She can't prove nothing in court.
I
You
mean,
can't go to. You can't go to court and just say, okay, well, this happened.
I mean,
And,
yeah.
well,
I mean,
okay, well,
you got a point, but my only thing is her story never changed, though, bro.
I'm not saying it's a lie. I believe the story. I just believe
Right.
the story is over.
The story. So in other words, at the end of the hour, she might as well just give that shit up.
Yeah. I think I
Damn.
think she knows that. I believe I don't, but I think she knows that. I think she knows that.
Hey, let me
But I
ask
think
you one.
I
Let
just
me
think
ask
she
you one more
milking. I
thing.
think she just milking the story for now.
Well, let me ask you one more thing, Ratchet, if you don't mind, bro. This is what I never understood, bro. Maybe you can educate me in my ignorance. But how did Cora force her? Like she kept saying, Cora forced me to give her my child. How?
If Cora would have forced her and she could prove it, she would have her kid back.
So, damn. Boy, this is a tricky story, bro.
She gave her kid up, is what it's looking like. And you might just, but you're using the fact that you're mental and, you know what I'm saying, you was under distress and all that shit. But I
Right.
believe you definitely gave the kid up willingly, and they can
Wh-
prove it.
Oh, damn. So you think she willingly gave it to Cora?
I think she signed him. I think she signed him over, and they adopted him. I do believe that they legally got him, but I just that's what I believe. In my mind, I think that she legally gave the kid up, but then went back and said, "Oh no, I was under distress, and they made me do that. I did it, but they made me do it." Because I believe she said she signed her kid over. If I'm not mistaken, I would have to go back and listen to the interview, but I believe I asked her, did she say she gave the kid up, y'all? I think that she said she gave the kid up.
Yeah,
If I'm
remember
not mistaken.
I remember catching that. She said, yeah, I signed my right. I remember she used the words, I
Yeah.
signed my rights
She
away.
signed her kid over and went back on what she did. That's like you signing a contract with somebody and then saying, "Oh no, they forced me to sign that contract because you don't like the details in the contract no more." You know what I'm saying? The contract don't look so good 7 years later. So you start, fuck that, hell no. I need out this contract.
Right. Like signing a car loan. Oh man, fuck that car.
Yeah, they finessed me. But nah, it's
Yeah.
too late. You signed, you drove it all this time. You keeping it.
Yeah, you keeping this car,
You
nigga.
gonna go try to sue them and they gonna throw that shit out of court. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying. I don't feel like she got a case because I'm not. I keep asking people, what evidence is she showing? You can't just get up here and keep saying someone's after me, and then you ain't showing the proof. And then people then bought you cameras, and the cameras ain't working that day. You had cameras, well, they just wasn't working that day, but they work every other day. It's like, come on, man. Like at this point, I'm not buying it.
Oh, I see what that chick from Mississippi was talking about the whole money grab. I mean, it makes sense now the way you broke it down.
Yeah, she's just gonna milk it. She's just milking the situation because people are gonna keep buying into it and they're gonna keep supporting it.
They're gonna keep supporting it, yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you so all you got to do is go live and throw some shit around your house and say, "Damn, this happened," and it was a black car, and everyone's, "Oh my God, it was the Jakes! Oh shit, the Jakes was us! Oh, send her some money. She need help now." She would have been moved by now if that shit was real. Why she still there?
You know what? And plus, she can't own no burner, can she?
No. But you gonna stay there? You been there this whole time 4 years, man. Come on, your mama or somebody would have been. Hey, let's get you up out of here.
You know what, bro? Damn, man, you got me looking at her different now.
It's a
Hey,
money
you
grab,
know
bro.
what?
Yes.
If I was kind of feeling kind of sorry for her, bro, the way you broke it down, I'm like, damn, she might be finessing the whole hood.
She is. Like
Damn.
I said, the story is true. She just milking it. I'm just being
Yeah.
real. That's exactly what's going on. She Carly Russellin everybody.
Damn. That motherfucker sure is, bro. Damn, I ain't think about that. But then again, man, you also, something else I thought about. You gotta think about the mentality of a person, and this ain't no knock on no woman, so don't take this wrong. But you gotta think the mentality of a person who got 4 children by 4 different dudes.
There you go. I mean, put it like this, man. I really do feel bad for the lady because I do know she wants her kid back. I do believe that they finessed her. I do. I think they finessed her. And I think she was just in a situation, but I do feel that she did sign the kid over. And that's the part right there. Legally, you can't prove that they did anything to you. You can't prove none of this shit you're saying. So when you go to court, you got to be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you got paperwork stating I signed my kid over to you and it's notarized and the kid is in their possession all this time, and you go to court and say I want my kid back, I was under distress, they performed the exorcism on me. Okay, can you prove that? No, but they did. You got any witnesses? No, but they did. Okay, and they've been following me. Okay, can you prove that? No, but they did. Okay, you got any witnesses? No, but they did. Okay, they broke into my house and they were outside my house. Okay, can you prove that? No, but they did. Okay, you got any witnesses? No, but they did. So it's like, okay, so you got all these accusations against these people and no physical evidence. So, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm not saying you're a liar, but I can't take this case. What judge is going to take that case? And now you're saying you lost the paperwork. They could have got him back. So I'm out of it. I'm good on it. I don't want to cover it. I'm cool. I just see Carly Russell, and I've been telling y'all, when I tell y'all some shit, just listen to me. It is what it is. If you spent some money, hey, leave it in God's hands. That's the only thing I can say. If you spent some money on this shit, just put it in God's hands at this point. To me, I'm not spending none of my money on it. I'm good. If y'all want to, go ahead. I'm just telling y'all right now, I ain't spending a dime on this shit. So just listen to me when I tell you that this is a finesse. I think it's not a finesse all the way because I do believe the story, but I just feel like it's being milked at this point. Like at this time, it's just being milked, man. If someone touched in Cora's home, why does Cora still have custody? You can't prove that. You see what I'm saying? Everything is allegations. Nothing is factual because you can't prove it. All due respect, you don't have the facts of this case. Your opinion means nothing. Well, hold on. Before I block you out my chat, let me drop the link for you. So your opinion don't mean shit to me on my channel. How you gonna tell me I don't have the facts and I didn't cover this whole motherfucking thing? You act like I just picked this story up today. You act like I just started talking about this shit today. I've been covered all this shit. Who you think exposed TD Jakes? Who do you think put all TD Jakes shit on the line? Paperwork and all. Who you think brought up all the shit with Cora? Who you think exposed all these people? Who the fuck you think, boy? Who the fuck is you talking to? Who the fuck is this? Who you think you talking to right now? Telling me you don't know the facts in the story. Bitch, you don't know shit. You don't even know you don't know nothing about me, thug. Let's keep that a big buck. Don't come in here talking about I don't know the facts in the case of my opinion don't mean nothing. Well, why the hell you over here watching me if my opinion don't mean nothing? You show over here watching. Get your goofy ass off my channel, man. Pack this bitch up. Pack this bitch up. Get your goofy ass off my channel. Say, can you get her on the show? Maybe she can clear up. I'm gonna be real. I really don't want to do it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I will if y'all really. I mean, I don't even think she'll talk to me. To be real, I don't even want to do it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. So she just needs to say she need help with everything. I mean, because there's nothing I could talk to you about. Like at this point, I'm gonna be real. There's nothing for me to say. You can have 4 baby daddies and be loving, caring. What's good?
Yeah, my bad, Ratchet, man. I got a phone call, bro. I was trying to figure, man. So, bro, what I'm saying is, bro, like, no knock on her, bro. No any other woman, but bro, she got 4 children by 4 different dudes, bro. Your mental state can't be that stable.
I mean, yeah, I I feel you.
If you let 4 different dudes do what they do, man, come on, bro. You get, I mean, low self-esteem or something. I don't, Ratchet, man, you educated me tonight, big bro.
Yeah.
I
gotta keep it a buck.
I mean, you have though, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you, bro. And I'm right down the street from the Potter's house, big bro. And I went to the Potter's house one time, bro. And you know the reason I ain't been back. Can I keep it real with you? I'm not even being funny, bro.
Go ahead.
I went back in 2015, big bro, and I ain't been back since 2015 because, bro, I ain't like the fact that you can't sit where you want to sit. I told the ushers, I said, I want to sit down there with Bishop. Man, they was like, no, you can't do that. So, big bro, they put me up in the balcony, bro. I walked up out that piece, bro. I ain't been back since. So, you know, I don't know, bro. I guess at the end of the day, Ratchet, it's gonna come out. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, it is what it is, bro. I mean, like I said, I'm right down the street on Keith Boulevard or Keith Street, whatever the street the name of that road is. The part I mean, I'm right down the street. I could damn near walk to it. So, I mean, it is what it is. We gonna see, bro. I'm gonna continue to support you and listen to you, bro, and you know, just feed the streets. You feel me?
Salute, gang.
Already.
All right. Salute. But yeah. Oh shit, I almost kicked you off the channel on accident. Danny says, bruh, she could have married all of them. Hell, the Lord wants us to be fruitful. Yeah, y'all gotta stop having motherfucking kids and not getting married. This is what it is. Stop it. Moni sent me a 5 piece. Is that a 5 piece? Yeah, Moni sent me a 5 piece. I appreciate you for that 5 piece, Moni. Salute. I appreciate you. Salute. 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 He wanted to be swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? My daughter said, who keeps saying bruh? His name Ratchet. Bruh. That dog looked drunk on that. They say he cool, bro. Salute brown skin girl in that 10 piece. I appreciate you. I see you say you had a hard work week. Well, hopefully it get better, brown skin girl. Salute on that 10 piece. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute. Have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed? Are you in a time where you've needed swallowing? I said, lady, why are you making these assumptions? We didn't say she didn't deserve her kid. She just loose, is what we saying. Damn. For man. I mean, I don't give a damn how many baby daddies she got. That ain't none of my business. I don't care how many baby daddies she got. That ain't got nothing to do with me. So me personally, I don't give a damn. But you know, they say you have worked hard enough for the night. Good night, Ratchet. Salute to you for that 2 piece. I appreciate you. Rain, I'm not bringing you up. We're not talking about Mo 3. This ain't got nothing to do with Mo 3. I'm not talking about no Mo 3 tonight. I don't want to talk to you, Rain. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Get the hell from backstage. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not talking to you about TD Jakes. Get your goofy ass on. I'm not letting you clout chase tonight. I do not want to talk to you, Rain. He called back smiling backstage, bro. I don't want to talk to you. Get your weird ass on. What the hell he come over here for? Concetta sent me a 5 piece. Salute, Concetta. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute. He's called in with them big ass teeth smiling backstage. Man, I kicked him from back there. I don't want to talk to you, right? What the hell what you back here for, bro? We not friends, bro. Get your weird ass on, fam. Go to the Potter's house and pay your tithes, man. I ain't got nothing to do with that. This dude is he's stalking me, bro. Like, bro, I'm putting a protective order against you, fam. Like, I'm in fear of my life at this point, bro. You harassing the hell out of me. I ain't mentioned Joe. I ain't mentioned nothing. Well, I did mention you tonight. I did say you this shit connected to the Mo 3 case. Rain, what do you want, Rain?
Hey, you ain't get that many views because you.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about no goddamn Mo 3 or you tonight. Get your weird ass on. Yeah, you didn't get that many views. Yeah. Shut your weird ass up, blockhead bitch. Get your weird ass on. Golly, this dude is a weirdo, fam. They said Rain miss it. Yeah, he do. He want to talk to me so bad, fam. Like, damn, he was on my damn comments on Instagram today. Like, bruh, I don't want to talk to you, fam. Telling me he building an empire, bro. I don't care, bro. Go build Legos with your kids. Get the hell off the internet. Go play with your kids, fam. Damn, you could tell he high as a kite right now. Boy, shermed out. They said y'all hella funny Ratchet going on, Rain. Man, I can't stand that dude. That dude just harassing the hell out of me, bro. I'm talking about that dude. That dude is a stalker. He always in the dark on YouTube. That dude don't get. You could tell he just bored with life. He ain't got nothing better to do but sit on YouTube all day, 12, 13 hours a day. He either snorting blow or on YouTube running his damn mouth. That dude is a geeked up weirdo. Man. So I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, why is he calling in tonight? Just smiling all in the camera, his big ass teeth. I don't want to talk to that dude. Yeah, he thinks shit sweet. He over there partying with TD Jakes and Diddy. Man, that dude, I'm telling you, that dude weird. Man. They said that's what it is like to be rich. But no, I don't care how many baby daddies that girl got, because it don't matter how many baby daddies you got. Shit. One or four, shit. You still be dumb as hell. So let's keep that shit a buck. It says and Cora. So I don't really think that I don't think that played a part. How many baby daddies she got. I don't think that played a part in shit. So I'm not gonna judge the lady on if she, what I'm saying, was a little loose in her past. That ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with her kid. So I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna don't do that, Ratchet Gang. Don't bash the lady for having four baby daddies. I don't give a damn how many baby daddies she got. So let's put that out there. They said swallowed up. Hey, he telling the truth on that one. I don't know what you talking about, Kamara. Let's keep it a buck. They said no, it does. It's like something to think about. He ain't called yesterday though. Maybe one of her baby daddies broke in. I don't even know if is she cool with any of her baby daddies. That shit, I don't know. I don't even know if she talked to none of her baby daddies. Was the paperwork her signing them over? That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know. None of the shit makes sense, because those papers, you would think you would have more than one copy. If those were the most important papers to get your kid back, you would think you would double, triple copy those. Those would be in a safe deposit box somewhere. I mean, if that was the one thing you needed to get your kid back, you would hold on to that with your life. That would go everywhere with you. That'd probably be in your car. It'll probably, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So whatever important document that is, I'm pretty sure that, you know what I'm saying, whoever, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's keep that shit a buck. Said Teeth is crazy. Bet he stank like Old Spice. Remember, she would not talk about her baby daddy on the live. Yeah, she kept saying she didn't want to talk about her baby daddy. I appreciate you, Dainty and Pris. Said you got me rolling about rain. Salute, Big Ratchet, Sapphire in the gang. Salute, Dainty and Pris. I appreciate you for that 20. Excuse me, 20. That 50 piece. I appreciate you for that 50 piece McNugget. Yes, Ratchet. She communicates with her children's fathers. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. She wouldn't talk about her kids' fathers. Whenever I was speaking to her, when I was speaking to her, she wasn't talking about that. Let's get back on our shit, mods. Let's stop joking around and let's get back on our shit. They said whatever gums hurt behind them big ass teeth. Yeah, that dude is a weirdo. Rain laughing to keep from crying. They said Rain was ready to ratchet. Yeah, he was ready to go. He was ready to go in. I'm not finna argue with that dude all night. I don't got no time to be talking to no damn rainwater, man. It's a good idea not to talk about your ex on social media. I think if kids are involved, yeah, she ain't got to talk about her people. I don't know what she got going on. She didn't want to talk about it, so I didn't force her to. It's adoption. I believe it is in the final stage. If the mother does not prove herself worthy, I love all the Ratchet Gang. Salute, Dainty and Pris. We love you right back. You already know. So how could that child be adopted without the father's consent? There you go, right there, Binky. It's a lot of holes in the story. That's what I'm saying. None of this shit makes sense. Don't none of it make sense. They say Rain teeth and ring look like a donut when he was a baby. They said is the Bishop Eddie Long, not TD. That's the same fucking thing. She can get copies of all them papers. Father does not have to give consent. If he on the birth certificate, you would think so. If he's on the birth certificate, you would think he. You. I don't think you can. Can you adopt the? I don't think you can adopt your kid if the dad is on the birth certificate and he don't give consent. I don't think so. That's why I was asking her to see if he was on the birth certificate to see if maybe he could do something, because if he's on the birth certificate and he didn't tell nobody they could do this, then he got rights to his kids. So what are you saying? They said illegally. I don't know. I don't know, man. Dion, I don't know, fam. This story just don't make sense. This story just don't make sense. Saying they did it illegally. He ain't on it. He doesn't have rights. I'm saying you would think that he is on it. If she's saying she know the kids' fathers and they still active in the life, then that means that they probably are on the birth certificate. So the dad should be able to help get them back if they on the birth certificates, or if that dad is on the birth certificate. I'm saying, I don't know. So I don't fucking know. It ain't my business though, man. They said both parties supposed to sign over their rights, not just one parent. Exactly. Said both have to sign. I already know that. That's what I'm saying. The story don't make sense. She said Jason's dad isn't. I don't know, man. Maybe Core ex-husband is the baby daddy. Shit, ain't no telling. They usually ask for both parents' permission. Yes or not. Said, dang, y'all are nobody dragging this lady. Ain't nobody dragging this lady. We ain't said a bad word about that lady. She said she sold them under the table. It said, kindly get the likes up. Jake's got judge on his side. Good question. No, only the father isn't available. I don't know, man. I guess we're going to have to wait and see how this shit shake up. I guess we're going to have to see how it shake up, man. I'll come back and I might do a recap. I'm going to figure out something for this story, man. Right now, where I stand with the story is just, I ain't sure. We hit 199 on the stream. Get the likes up, man. We had 645 likes. Let's get it to 700, man. Let's get 55 likes on the screen before we end this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? But we will continue to chop it up about this story. Salute Ratchet Gang. I appreciate everybody for popping in tonight, showing love. I appreciate everybody. I love you all. I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. Let's jam some music. I'm up out of here, Ratchet Gang. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I'm out.
Light up my darkest hour. I wouldn't let this slip away. Let you here to stay. Give you space when you want more. Good love in the morning. Your energy still flows through my body and my soul. So I haven't waited by the phone. Come home, under my roof. She opened up to me. Like flowers to the sun. Sending vibrations, my extension. Give you space when you want. Good love in the morning. Your energy still flows through my body and my soul. So I haven't waited by the phone. Come home, just like the moon. She stayed up all night with me. I cherished every moment. I lost track of time, and my world was down. Then the sun came out today. Give you space when you want. Good love in the morning. Your energy still flows through my body and my soul. So I haven't waited by the phone. Come
So many ladies in the room. All that I could see is you. There's done pieces in this play, but you came through and took the cake. 'Cause you know what I like, and I know what I want, and I know how to get it. Then baby, kiss it like I want to. Can I take you home, girl? Get you all alone, girl. Get you all alone, girl. Do you like I want to? Kiss you like I want to, and love you like I want to. I'm staring at you eye to eye. I'm nothing like these other guys. Let me drop this on your mind.